Hello students, in our previous lecture we were studying about present indefinite or simple present, and we have already studied that where we shall use the first form of verb, where we shall use the first form of verb plus s or es or ies, where shall we use do does plus first form of verb, where we shall use do not or does not plus first form of verb. Now just I am going to tell you where we shall use do or does plus first form of verb. Okay, in interrogative sentences, we use do or does plus first form of verb in present indefinite or simple present. Now the question arises, where we shall use do and where we shall use does. The answer is simple. If the subject is 123p, if the subject is 123p, means if the subject is first person, second person or third person plural number, then we shall use do plus first form of verb. Is it clear? If the subject is TPS, means third person singular number. If the subject is third person singular number, means he, she, it or any name. He, she, it or any name. Then we use does plus first form of verb. Okay. Do plus first form of verb will be used to when the subject is first person, second person and third person plural number, and when the subject is third person singular number, then we shall use does plus first form of verb. Is it clear? Okay. Where we shall use do not or does not plus first form of verb. Do not or does not plus first form of verb. Okay. If the subject is 1, 2, 3p, then use do not plus first form of verb. But if the subject is TPS, means third person singular number, then use does not plus first form of verb. Is it clear? I told in negative sentences we use do not or does not plus first form of verb. In negative sentences we use do not or does not plus first form of verb. And if the subject is first person, second person and third person plural number, then we use do not plus first form of verb, and the subject is third person singular number. Means if the subject is he, she, it or any name, then we shall use does not plus first form of verb. Is it clear? In negative sentence, we use do not or does not plus first form of verb. Here do not or does not is called helping verb. Do not or does not is called helping verb. With do or does we use first form of verb. Like this in interrogative sentence we use do does plus first form of verb. Is it clear? Now we shall study the formation. Means there are different kinds of sentences. Uh, there are positive sentences, negative sentences, interrogative sentences. So, what are their structure? I am going to tell you. Formation. Okay. First, positive or affirmative sentence. In present indefinite, if the sentence is positive or affirmative, then at first we shall write subject, then first form of verb, then object. Is it clear? Here, one thing you have to remember: if the subject is 123p, means if the subject is first person, second person, or third person plural number, then we use first form of verb plus object. Simply subject verb object, because present indefinite is also called simple present. Present indefinite is also called simple present. So simply we shall write subject plus first form of verb plus object. But if the subject is TPS, means third person singular number. If the subject is third person singular number, then we shall use first form of verb plus s or es or ies plus object. Okay, I have already told you where we shall use first form of verb plus s, where we shall use first form of verb plus es, and where we shall use first form of verb plus ies. Okay, so example. First one, I go to school. I go to school Delhi. Okay, here the subject is first person. So we used go, the first form of verb. Then here to school Delhi. To school Delhi is not object. These are the words. That are used to expand the sentence. Is it clear? To school Delhi is not object here. Okay. Next example. He buys books. Here the subject is third person singular number, TPS. So we used s to the first form of verb buy. Is it clear? Next, negative sentence. What is the formation of negative sentences? In negative sentences, we use subject plus do or does helping verb plus not plus first form of verb plus object. Is it clear? Subject plus do or does plus not plus first form of verb plus object. And I have already told you where we shall use do not plus first form of verb and where we shall use does not plus first form of verb. Is it clear? Example. Okay, example. They do not speak the truth. They do not speak the truth. They do not speak the truth. Here this sentence is in negative and the subject is third person plural number. So we used do not plus first form of verb. Is it clear? One more example. She does not tell or lie. She does not tell or lie. Here the subject is TPS, means third person singular number. So we used does not plus first form of verb. Is it clear? Next we shall see interrogative sentences. What are the formation of interrogative sentences? In interrogative sentences, we use different types of forms because interrogative sentences are of two types. I have already told you. Okay, and one is yes or no question. One is yes or no questions that starts with helping verb. Yes or no? Helping verb. And the other one is WH question that starts with the WH word. Is it clear? So let me first tell you. So what is the formation of interrogative sentences? That is yes or no question means that starts with the helping verb. Is it clear? First of all, we shall use do or does. In interrogative sentences, we shall use do or does. This is called helping verb. Then subject, then first form of verb, then object, then question. Do does plus subject plus first form of verb plus object. Is it clear? The do does, helping verb, then subject, then main verb, then object. So this type of sentences are used for answering only in yes or no. I told you one thing that the Hindi sentences are begun with kya. Okay, yes or no question in Hindi it starts with kya. For example, क्या तुम मेरे को जानते हो? क्या तुम्हारा समझ में आता है? क्या वे तुम्हें सजा देते हैं? क्या हम आपको मारते हैं? etc. These sentences in Hindi always starts with kya. For that reason, we start the English sentences with the helping verb. Is it clear? So first of all, we shall write do or does, then subject, then first form of verb plus object. Example: Do children take online classes? Do children take online classes? CLASS question. Does Sita like online classes? Does Sita like online classes? Okay. So these are the sentences that start with the helping verb and it is called yes or no question. Next, we can also write this interrogative. This is interrogative, okay? Interrogative. We can also write in negative form. Interrogative, negative. Okay. So first of all, we shall write do or does, then subject, then not, then first form of verb, then object. Is it clear? Or we can write this sentence as do or does plus not plus subject plus first form of verb plus subject. In this structure, we can also write these sentences. Okay? Give example in interrogative negative. In interrogative negative, the examples will be like this. Do they not help you? Do they not help you? Or we can write don't they help you? Don't they help you? In both ways. In both ways we can write, we can express the interrogative negative sentences. Interrogative negative sentences can be expressed in both the ways. Okay. Next, one example of does. Does she not? Does she not like you? Does she not like you? Or we can write it. Or we can write, doesn't she like you? Doesn't. Okay, does not. Or you can write doesn't. Doesn't she like you? Okay, both the ways we can write the sentences. Okay, so next, WH word. In interrogative, WH word is also interrogative sentence. But what is the formation? WH question. Okay, first of all we shall write WH word. In WH question, first of all we shall write WH word. Then we shall write helping verb do or does for present indefinite or simple present. WH word plus do or does helping verb, then subject, then first form of verb, then object. Okay, question. Remember, in tense after WH word there will be helping verb. In tense after WH word there will be helping verb. If you are writing subject after WH word, then that will be considered as assertive. So please remember, after WH word you must use the helping verb. Then you will write subject, then first form of verb, then object. Example. Why does she abuse abuse? Why does she abuse them? Okay, or when do they go to school? When do they go to school? So you can observe, after WH word there is helping verb. Okay, here after why there is a does, and here after when there is a do, because the subject is third person plural number, and here the subject is third person singular number. Your verb must agree with the subject. So this is called subject verb agreement. This is called subject verb agreement. Is it clear? This is called subject verb agreement. But the sentences, that start with who, the sentences that start with who. Okay, WHO, who, present indefinite and in past indefinite. Present indefinite, in past indefinite. The WH question that starts with who does not need helping verb after who. Is it clear? For example, who teaches, TEACHES, who teaches you English? Who teaches you English? Here, who plays the role of subject? Here, who plays the role of subject? And after who, there is no helping verb. Okay, direct first form of verb plus s or es. Okay, so who teaches you English means we are talking about to a single person. We are talking about to an single individual. For that reasons we are using yes. But if we are using for many persons, then we can use the first form of verb. Okay. For example, who help others. If we say like this, see, then it means there are many persons, but the sentence does not seem correct. So you have to use S. Who helps others. Is it clear? So these are the formation that we read in present indefinite. Now we shall study. Now we shall study the uses of present indefinite tense. Okay, the uses of present indefinite tense. Uses. I have already told you in Hindi, if at the end of a Hindi sentence there is ta hai, ti hai, te hai, etc., then we use present indefinite. Now I am going to tell you how we shall express those sentences in present indefinite. Which sentences are expressed in present indefinite? Is it clear? So let me first tell you about the first uses. So where we shall use present indefinite or simple present. It is said that to express the action, to express not the action, to express a regular, to express a regular or habitual or repeated, repeated or repeated action. To express or regular or habitual or repeated action, we use present indefinite tense. If we are talking about an action that we do regularly, okay, if we are going to express, going to write an action that we do regularly or habitually or repeatedly, then we must speak or we must write those sentences in present indefinite. Is it clear? So regular, habitual or repeated actions are spoken or written in present indefinite tenses. Okay, example. He always, ALWAYS, he always speaks, the truth. He always speaks the truth. So, what's the meaning of this sentence? That means he is a person and his action of speaking the truth is done always. Okay. Always means whenever he says something, whenever he speaks something, he speaks that thing truly. Okay, for that we say he always speaks the truth. Is it clear? Then one more example. My father, RECEIVE, my father receives rupees 1 lakh. My father receives rupees 1 lakh as salary per month. Okay, per month means every month. Instead of saying per month, you can say every month. My father receives rupees 1 lakh as salary every month or per month. Means the action of receiving 1 lakh salary is done regularly or is done regularly per month, means every month. So we wrote this sentence in present indefinite. So whenever we want to speak such type of sentences, then we shall speak in present indefinite tense. That means we shall use first form of verb or first form of verb plus s or es or ies. Is it clear? Okay, next one more example. His mother usually, USUALLY, his mother usually cooks delicious food, DELICIOUS, delicious food. Okay, so that means see, the action of cooking delicious food is done usually, means commonly, normally. So we used to first form of verb or we use present indefinite tense. So you can see you can see that this present indefinite or simple present tense is used to express habitual or regular or repeated actions. Okay, so for these things we can see time expressing words, time expressing adverbs, you can say time expressing adverbs like Delhi. Okay, Delhi, always, ALWAYS, Delhi, always, every day, EVERY, every day, or every morning, every month, every year, like this, once a year, once a month, twice a year, twice a month, usually, 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 normally, commonly, 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 rarely, 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 regularly. Okay, sometimes, often, 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 never, seldom, like this you will get time expressing adverbs. If you see in the sentence there are time expressing adverbs, in the sentence, then you shall use present indefinite tense. Is it clear? So for today this much only. Thank you.